Good morning, fellow humans. Today is Monday, March 4th, 2024. Here we are in wonderful Pahrump. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and we are here to help you on your journey through life. Good morning, what a bevy. Soup? What kind of soup? How do we do it? Well, simple. Here's the secret. Once you know this, you don't have to watch. Not really. The secret is replacing bad habits with better habits. Boom. Mic drop. This is the Hafen re-election pin. Mic drop. Replace habits with better habits. How do we do that? Routine. How do we create routines? Repetition. How do we create repetition? By doing it all the time, by turning it from conscious behavior to unconscious behavior, to where if we don't do it, we feel something's not right. We all have millions of habits that we do. I will text Maticus. Good. We all have habits. The goal is just simply to replace existing habits with better habits. We do it through routine. Routine is created by repetition. That's it. Now, to make it even better, instead of just getting on here in the morning and say, "Sup, man, what's up?" and having a good time. And I don't mean that as a criticism. What about it? I mean it as I would have said it anyway. What's up? We are directed towards a greater purpose, success. And in our neuroscience approach to success, in our neuroscience-oriented approach to success, success is a function of money times meaning and purpose. Right. Where money comes first. Meaning acts such that everything you do matters, and purpose is service to others. So if we do a simple thing saying you have $1 billion, your money equals $1 billion times, but you have no meaning and purpose because you're an SOB that people are looking forward to urinating on your grave when you die, you're not really successful. You're a guy with a lot of money. And often what happens to people like that is they end up killing themselves. Why? Because they say there's no point. It's just too painful going through life knowing I'm going to be disappointed. So meaning and purpose are the most important thing, but money comes first, because if you have zero money times a lot of meaning and purpose, you still are not successful because you can't affect many other people. Now, however, if you're a standard Christian, a Protestant Christian, and you believe in your personal salvation, then it doesn't really matter. But this podcast is not for those people. Okay, this is a podcast for pre-Christians, people who don't have it figured out, who don't get that they're saved, who don't believe, oh, all I have to do is believe Jesus was my personal Messiah and he died for my sins, and I can act however I want, I can do whatever I want, I can be however I want, I'm saved. A lot of pre-Christians, that's just not believable. Everybody else is doing this to be a good person, but you don't really have to be a good person. You just have to believe this person 2,000 years ago died for my personal sins, and I can act however I want. Okay, so we're not saying that. And if that's what you believe, this podcast is not for you. Our formula for success doesn't work for you because money, you can have as much money as you want. You can have meaning and purpose. You can have no meaning and purpose because you believe that Jesus is your personal Savior and Messiah, and he died for your sins. So you can sin all you want because Jesus died to take them away. Right. Okay. So yeah, it gets a little bit confusing if you kind of dig down into it. But anyway, we are here to help you create better habits. And so something good happened this morning. And that is Wadabebby was here bright and early because we started a little bit early. Maticus von Atticus was not here, but Wadabebby volunteered to send him a text. So good job. Good for both of you. You're both here, and Sophie is helping her swim buddy. Some good news from yesterday. We got the washers and dryers. So now we'll see how long it takes for people to break them. So we're going to have to make sure that people know you don't have to, and this is especially true for Matt, you don't fill it up all of the way. In fact, you shouldn't fill either the washer or the dryer up to more than 50% capacity. Just don't break it. We don't need, just take a little extra time, take some pride in your clothes, give them a break, make sure they get washed properly, because they don't really get washed as well if you use half as much water. Why isn't half as much water? Because you've got twice as much stuff in there. So just, don't be fast to finish. Do a mediocre job where the goal is finishing. Try to do a better job. Okay. Yes, she is. Okay. All right. So washers and dryers arrived. Great. Had a great newcomers dinner at Trinity Church last night. That was a lot of fun. Got to meet some new people, got to talk about some things, got to meet a guy who's going on a Honduras missionary thing. Unfortunately, it seems like it's going to take another year, but okay, that's okay, good. So we want to kind of support the mission there through the TV channel. Might be meeting the TV guy today. NAN event, 5:30, Las Vegas. National Action Network will be there. I'm going to reach out to Chaplain Ralph to see if he wants to go to that. Otherwise, it's going to be a solitary trip for me. Almost about 2.5 hours round trip, but that's okay because it's worth it. Let's see, what else? Big day, big day. Something else big is happening today. So, and that's how you should think about it. All right, let's move on. Meme of the day. What is our meme? What is a meme? It's an idea that spreads from brain to brain. What if you wasted less time? What if you wasted less time? So down below in the worksheet, not down below in the worksheet that's linked to down below, under Darren Hardy, this is a Darren Hardy thing. Unlock your hidden reservoir of free time. So he breaks it down that the average person waste isn't really the best word. There's about 3 to 4 hours per day, every day, that people could be focusing on creating better habits. Okay, and so he really breaks it down, does a good job, and it's compelling. What if you spent 20 minutes a day exercising? Let's say I would say I spend 30 minutes a day on the Peloton. So 3.5 hours a week, 3 times 50 is 150. Almost 200 hours a year I spend exercising. It's not a lot, but it's better than last year. And if I do that every day, the compound effect is going to kick in, as it has, where my numbers have gone up tremendously and my resting heart rate, my RHR has dropped by 10 points. So that's like about a 15% drop in the last 10 weeks, 70 days. So cool. What am I doing? Replacing habits with better habits. So Darren Hardy's big pitch is, let's just start focusing on 30 minutes a day. Let's try to do something a little bit more productive for 30 minutes a day. Maybe it's writing. Maybe it's reading important stuff. And what do you got to knock out? Doom scrolling. What's the other one called? Where you're just social media scrolling. Doom scrolling, according to Darren Hardy, is like news feeds, all of the negative stuff. Then there's the social media scrolling. We can Stop doing that type of stuff. Our advice from an 80-year-old for today: own a great stereo system. Okay, how do we prime ourselves for having a good day? Another habit to create every day. Boom, it's good to be alive. And something great is going to happen to me today. Boom, as an incantation. Something great is going to happen to me today. Hopefully Diana will be coming up here. We're working on the jail thing. Hopefully we'll work on the TV station thing. Got a lot of stuff to do for the houses. And so, yeah, busy day. Just trying to make incremental progress. What else do we have that's going on? Down below in the worksheet, Inc. Magazine, there's a quick 10-minute test to see about if you are going to live longer. Turns out simple things like the ability to stand on one foot for 10 seconds. If you can't do that, it's a good indicator that you've got health problems. Your life is going to be shortened. Work on not just balancing, work on your health. Don't think the objective is to stand on your foot. The objective is to have good health. Motivational, David Foster Wallace. Yes, that kind of fits into today's meme. What if you wasted less time? So David Foster Wallace is very famous. This is water speech, Kenyon College graduation, where it really lays it out. The quality of a good education is the ability to learn how to think, and the ability to learn how to think is to overcome our default setting of we are the center of the universe inside our skull-sized kingdom, which is the theme of this week. Our theme for this week. Let's see, what else do we have? Darren Hardy, motivational, and also Andrew Huberman talking about dopamine. Really does a good job of breaking down dopamine. Tomorrow we are going to have Simon Sinek talking about neurotransmitters. He's going to be talking about dopamine. But this one with Huberman is a good, I'm going to color that one in red. This one with Huberman today is also a very good breakdown about Huberman, resetting baselines, what to do, what its purpose is, and if you understand what it does, then you can understand how to use it better, right? So if a million years from now somebody finds a pipe wrench, they discover they're out digging in the wilderness and they find a pipe wrench. How do they figure out what it was for? Right? So it's anyway, time is racing, 13:28, 6:15. Okay, well, people, anything else you want to talk about? Go out, make something happen today. Make something happen today. So we're going to be working on the new places, getting new people, getting them cleaned up. Matt, I would suggest you find a local storage. You brought up a good point yesterday that I've been thinking about all night. We're going to have a lot of people in these places that say 2 people per room. And we're not going to let people have locks on the doors because we need to keep them clean. People are going to be coming in doing inspections. And so I think we're going to encourage people to get a local mini storage, like a 5x5 storage for $50 a month or something like that. It's worth it. Lose one thing, that's going to be $50, and we'll go from there. So I believe that Leah and Alex have their own little storage. Maybe there's a place that we can get a deal with, or we get 10, 20 storage units. So it makes it easy for us, but that's the thing we need to do. So with that, let's get ready to go out and rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. However he says it, rum, whatever. And Okay, people, glad you're there. Make something happen today. Something great is going to happen to me today. Bam! I'm going to make something great happen. I'm going to put it into my brain. Make something happen. Something great happen. And we will go from there.